అంటే ఫోటో తీసైనా పోస్ట్ చేయండి. అదర్వైజ్ ఇఫ్ ఇట్ ఈస్ నాట్ పాసిబుల్ దెన్ పోస్ట్ డైరెక్ట్లీ ద ప్రోగ్రామ్.
మ్యామ్ ఏం ప్రోగ్రామ్ మ్యామ్? ఇప్పుడే జాయిన్ అయ్యాను.
To find the factorial of a given number using functions. Mahesh. Okay, we'll start with our today's class. ఏంటి ఇప్పటివరకు ఒక్కళ్ళు కూడా రాయలేదా? Factorial of a given number. ఏం చేస్తున్నారమ్మా? ఆన్ చేసి వెళ్ళిపోయారా, ఉన్నారా?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
అంటే దేనికి చేస్తాం?
ఉన్నాం మ్యామ్.
ఉన్నామని. ఓకే. మరి రాసారా ప్రోగ్రాము?
ఎస్ మ్యామ్.
మరి పోస్ట్ చేయండి చాట్లో, ఫోటో తీసి పోస్ట్ చేయండి.
మేము ఎగ్జిక్యూట్ చేసాం మ్యామ్.
దాని ఫోటో తీ, జస్ట్ ప్రోగ్రామ్ వరకు చాలు. ప్రోగ్రామ్ వరకు ఫోటో తీసి పోస్ట్ చేయండి. ఓకే, ఓన్లీ వన్ ప్రియాంక. Okay, what about the remaining all? ఏం అసలు బుక్స్ ఏం తీయట్లేదా? మళ్ళీ క్లాస్ స్టార్ట్ అయ్యేదాకా అసలు బుక్ పట్టుకుంటున్నట్లేరు ఎవరు. ఇంతసేపా? ఓకే, వన్ మోర్. Okay, I will start with the today's class. By the ending of the class, you need to post all. Okay, all of you post the program. Okay, today we'll go through the topic is types of parameters of the functions, and we will also see the some more additional topics related to the functions. Okay, so in our previous class we completed what is mean by the definition, what is the function it is, and what are the advantages of the functions, and different types of the functions, and we have seen different rules of the function. Okay, and we have also seen the syntax of a function. Okay, and the function can return the more than one value or one value, that is a single value or multiple values. Okay, for single value we'll give the only variable name. If it is a multiple variables, we will separate the variables with the comma separation. Okay, then those variables are created as a collection of the tuple. Okay, so that we can return the tuple as a return value from the function. Okay, so within the caller program, we can access that tuple, and we can use the for loop to repeat through the tuple, and we can display the values. Okay, this is our caller program, and this is the function. Okay, that is from wherever you are calling the program. Okay, that part of the program is called as the caller program. Okay, this is the called program. Okay, called program is nothing but our function. Okay, so as the same way here in the factorial, this is the caller program, that is it is calling the function, so that this is the caller program, and this is the function. Okay, next we will go further. Put the side heading as list as an argument. That is how we can pass the list as an argument. Okay, this is similar to the normal variable, but within the function we can access it as a list. But while passing an argument and while receiving the parameter, okay, there is no difference in the function call and function definition, but we have only the differences in the accessing of that list. Okay, whenever you are accessing that list, you can use the for loop and you can access the one by one value from the list. Okay, for this, the example is, say for example, here we are first creating a list with some specific values. Okay, and this is the code to print the list before passing to the function, and then this is the function call update sal of list. Okay, that is within this function we are updating this list values. Okay, we are doing some updations. Okay, here the updation is we are multiplying with the 0.5. Okay, that is we are doing with the 1 by 2, that is half. We are making a half of the value. Okay, so again we are storing that value into the again in the list. Okay, we are just making the value into the half and we are storing the value again into the list. Okay, then we are printing the values using the print and for loop. Here you can observe one thing, we are not returning a value of a list. Okay, we are not using any return statement here. Return list and list return statement use cheyatledu. Okay, why? Because the list is itself a reference object. Okay, what we will call it as a reference object. Okay, reference object is nothing but whenever the object is created in the main, okay, then it has some particular memory space, and whenever you transfer that object to the function, okay, whenever you transfer this object to the function, okay, then it doesn't make a copy of the variable, but it creates another name for the same memory location. Okay, that is within the caller program we have a variable is a list variable, okay, which is having some memory location. Okay, which is having some memory location is allotted. Okay, whenever you pass this variable to the function, okay, within the function we have some name. Okay, say it's maybe a list or maybe a different name. We can have the list 1, list 2 or something other name. Okay, that name is created as another name for the same memory location. Okay, so whatever the name you are using in the function, that is created as another name for the same memory location. Okay, that is allotted for the initially the list. Okay, initially list has some memory location. For the same memory location, function parameter name is assigned as another name. Okay, so that whenever you are accessing the elements with this new parameter, the new parameter in the function, okay, it updates the same values within the memory locations. Okay, so that you need not to return the values. Again, whenever you come back to the actual program, okay, whenever you access the list, okay, it is also access the same memory locations. Okay, that is both the variables are for the same memory location, so that both are accessing the same memory location, so we need not to return the values. Okay, this is by default it is specified as the our reference object. Okay, so list, dictionary, tuple, set, these 4 are by default are created as the reference objects, reference variables. We can call it as apart from the objects, we can call it as reference variables. Okay, reference variables is nothing but for the same memory location, okay, it creates another name. Okay, it doesn't create another variable, it creates only another name for the same memory location. Okay, just like whenever you are calling a person with the 2 names, okay, say for example if the person name is Raj Sharma, okay, if you call as Raj, the same person is, and Sharma is also the same person. Okay, that is the person is the same, but the person has the 2 names. Okay, as the same way here also there is only one memory location, but it has the 2 names. Okay, so those are called as the reference variables. Okay, okay, this is by default in our Python for list, set, tuple and dictionary. Okay, so we need not to return the value back. Okay, whatever the updations are done, those are done in the same memory location, so that after calling the function, whenever you print the list, you'll get the updated values. You'll get the updated values. Okay. Here the some value is cut. 2 undali ikkada cut ayindi. Okay, before values are 20,000, 22, 30, 24, 42. Okay, now the values are 10,000, 11,000, 15, 12 and 21. Okay, half of the values. Okay. Okay, we'll see this by executing an example in the IDLE. List as an argument. Write a program. One second, note down some statements. So ఈ టాపిక్ కి నోట్ చేసుకోండి. As an argument, the list variable is passed to the function and in the function a reference variable for list. So the changes in function are applied to actual list without return the list. This is similar for all objects provided by Python list, set, tuple and dictionary. Okay, is all of you noted this? The list variable is passed to the function, and in the function a reference variable is created for list. So the changes in function are applied to actual list without return the list. This is similar for all objects provided by Python like list, set, tuple and dictionary. Okay, write the program. To find the square root of list elements and list values. Will be give the some list of values to the function using function. Okay. Okay, we give the list of values to the function, and within the function it has to find out the square root of the values, and the same values is to be updated within the list. Okay, so after calling the function, it has to show the all the square roots of the values in the list. Okay, now we'll create a function def. Okay, square root, I'm creating a function as square root. Okay, the list L1, it's not double one. If you are confused, li1 or li. Okay. Li. Now we need to find out the square root of all these elements. Okay, and store again into the same or put math. Okay. In li. So we can take the one by one element from the li. Okay. To store the values again into the list, we require the indexes. Okay. 0 to the length of li. Now li of I is equals to math dot sqrt of or li of I. Function. Now we can read the values and we can pass the values to the function. List 1 equals to 1 second. Okay, is all of you worked with the map function? Map function work చేసి ఉన్నారా? చేశారా?
No, ma'am.
మ్యాప్ ఆఫ్ అని చేస్తాం, చేయలేదా?
No, no, ma'am. No, ma'am.
This function is especially to accept the values from the keyboard. That is, you can take the set of values from the keyboard and we can split the values, and then we can convert the values into the int and we can store into the list. Okay, for that we can use this function, actually this map function. The map em chestundante we can apply the function for the data. Okay, we'll take a data and for that data we'll apply a function. Okay, of function we can apply for input values, input enter numbers, then we can split the values. That is, while giving the values we'll give with the comma separation, so that based on the comma separation it splits the values and those values are converted into the int type. Okay, then that collection of values are stored into the list. Okay, now we will pass this list to the function. Okay, root of list 1. Now I will display the values again. Print the list 1. Okay, I will check this. Function. Enter the numbers 25, 4, 9, 36. Okay, I'm giving a 4 values. Map has no length. not it couple. Okay. 1 second.
మ్యామ్ ఇన్స్టెడ్ ఆఫ్ దట్ అక్కడ ఇంటి ఇవ్వచ్చు కదా మ్యామ్ మ్యాథ్ డాట్ స్క్వేర్ రూట్ దగ్గర ఇంటి ఇక్కడ జస్ట్ స్ప్లిట్ ఫంక్షన్ వాడితే సరిపోతుంది కదా నాట్ వాడే బదులు.
Okay.
మ్యామ్ స్పేస్ ఇస్తే ఇవ్వాలి మ్యామ్ 2 స్పేస్ 3 స్పేస్ 4 అలా ఇస్తే అలా తీసుకుంటుంది మ్యామ్ కామా ఇస్తే తీసుకోదు.
కామా డిఫాల్ట్ సెపరేషన్ కామానే తీసుకుంటుంది. ఓకే ఓకే డిఫాల్ట్ సెపరేషన్ స్పేస్ తీసుకుంది. ఓకే స్ప్లిట్ లోపల మనం కామా స్పెసిఫై చేస్తే దెన్ ఇట్ టేక్స్ విత్ ద కామా. ఓకే సో నోట్ డౌన్ దిస్ ఫర్ ద లిస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ఆర్గ్యుమెంట్స్. Okay, square root of the numbers. నోట్ చేశారా?
No, ma'am. మేడం అక్కడ స్ప్లిట్ అనేది ఎందుకు వాడారు మేడం?
Okay, why? Because we will give the numbers as a list of numbers istam kada. So a list of numbers మొత్తం that will be considered as a string. Okay, that is 2 space 3 space 4 space 5 space 6. Okay, that total will be considered as a one string. So మనకు అది ఇలా తీసుకుంటుంది. Within the double quotes it takes a 2 3 4 5 6. So ఇలా కన్సిడర్ చేస్తుంది. Okay, this we are split based on the spaces. Okay, so that it takes a 5 different numbers. అంటే స్ప్లిట్ చేసినప్పుడు ఏమవుతుందంటే 5 strings గా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. 2 as a one string, 3 as a one string, 4 and 5, 6 as the different strings. So those 5 strings will be stored into the list 1. అంటే సింగిల్ స్ట్రింగ్ గా ఉన్నదాన్ని మనం స్ప్లిట్ చేస్తే మల్టిపుల్ స్ట్రింగ్స్ గా ఫామ్ అవుతుంది. Then those multiple strings we can store into the variable. Then it forms as a list. So our list lo unna each and every number ni again we are converting into the int, then we are finding a square root. So అంటే మనకి ఇన్పుట్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ తో తీసుకున్న ఏ ఇన్పుట్ వాల్యూ అయినా అది స్ట్రింగ్ ఫామ్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. అది సింగిల్ స్ట్రింగ్ ఫామ్ లోనే ఉంటుంది. సో యాక్చువల్ గా మనం ఏం చేయాలంటే దీన్ని ఫర్ లూప్ ఏదైనా పెట్టి మల్టిపుల్ నంబర్స్ ఇన్పుట్ తీసుకోవాలి. సో బట్ అదేంటంటే మనకి ఎన్ని నంబర్స్ తీసుకోవాలి అనేది మనం ముందుగానే ఎంటర్ చేసుకొని దెన్ వీ నీడ్ టు టేక్ ద నంబర్స్ ఫ్రమ్ ద కీబోర్డ్. ఓకే, వితౌట్ దట్ వీ కెన్ డూ లైక్ దిస్. ఓకే, యూజర్ కెన్ ఎంటర్ ఎనీ నంబర్స్, can give the 3 numbers or 5 numbers or 10 numbers. They can give the any number of values in the input. Is it clear?
మ్యామ్ అది లిస్ట్ గానే కన్వర్ట్ చేసిద్దని ఏంటి మ్యామ్? లిస్ట్ గానే ఎలా కన్వర్ట్ చేస్తారు?
The split function return type is list. The split function return value is list. Split function return చేసేది ఓన్లీ లిస్ట్ ఒక్కటే రిటర్న్ చేస్తుంది కాబట్టి మనకి లిస్ట్ వస్తుంది. అంటే ఆ బిల్ట్ ఇన్ ఫంక్షన్ కి వాళ్ళు కోడింగ్ చేసినప్పుడు వాళ్ళు లిస్ట్ గా రిటర్న్ చేశారు దాన్ని. సో కాబట్టి మనకి లిస్టే వస్తుంది. Is it clear? Complete అయిందా ఇది? Okay. We can also try to work with other objects also, like set కానీ tuple కానీ అవి కూడా యూజ్ చేయొచ్చు. But tuple we cannot do the modifications because we cannot assign the value because it is unmutable. Set we can do, but dictionary again we have a key and value pairs కాబట్టి we cannot do this thing. But individual value తీసుకొని మనం square root చేయొచ్చు. Okay. Next we will go for the next topic. Okay. Next we will see the types of arguments. Okay. The different types of arguments that we can use within the functions of the Python. Okay. The each and every function of the any program, it has a different arguments. Okay, that arguments are called as the parameters, which stores the input values of the function and will process those values, and finally it returns the result of the values. Okay, but these arguments, these parameters can be written, can be used in the different ways. Okay, this is especially within our Python. Okay, we have these 4 types of arguments within the Python. Within the C language, we have only the 2 types of arguments, that is reference arguments, or we can call it as pass by address and pass by value, pass by address. Okay, one is we will pass the arguments as the values, and another one is we will pass the arguments as the pointers. Okay, there's a 2 types in the C language, but here we have 4 types in the Python language. Okay, so that 4 types of arguments in the Python language are: one is the positional arguments, another one is the keyword arguments, and third one is the default arguments, and fourth one is the variable length arguments. Okay, we will see one by one. And by default is the positional arguments. If we are not using any specific type of arguments, by default is the positional arguments. Okay, we will see what is meant by these all arguments. Okay, the position is nothing but the argument what is mapped to the function. Okay, that is based on the position of the argument. Okay, say for example, if the function has 2 parameters, say the function is defined with the 2 parameters a comma b. Okay, function is defined with the 2 parameters, it's a def. Okay, and we have some lines of a code here, and after this function definition, I'm calling the function. Okay, sum of, I'm passing 2 values to the function 10 comma 20. Okay, okay, what is the value of the a variable?
10 ma'am. 10 ma'am.
B variable?
20.
B variable? 20. Okay, how we can know this? How we can know that?
Based on position.
Based on the position, because the first value is the 10. So first parameter is the a, so 10 is stored within the a variable, and second value is 20, and here the second parameter is b, so the second value is stored into the our b variable. Okay, so this is based on the position. we are not specifying anything like store the 10 into the A and 20 into the B and మనం specify చేయట్లేదు. But based on the position, that is based on the order of the values and based on the order of the arguments in the function, okay, the values are copied to the function parameters. Okay, this is, we will call it as the positional arguments. Okay, this is, we call it as the positional arguments. Okay, this is by default. By default, positional arguments are used within the functions. Keyword arguments is whenever you are specifying the name of the variable within the while calling the function, okay, then that is called as the keyword arguments. Okay, that is within the function call, it will be specify the argument name and then we will assign the variable. Okay, okay, that is like this. Sum of, so for the same sum function, I'm using the keyword arguments as like this. B equals to 10 and specifying the argument and value. A equals to 20. That is, we are specifying the argument of the function in the calling of the function. Okay, while calling the function, we will mention the argument name and equal to the value. So now the B value is 10, A value is 20. Okay, now it doesn't consider the position. It considers only the argument specified within the calling of the function. Okay, the first value is for the B variable, second value is for A variable. Okay, this is called as the keyword arguments. Okay, here we can write the any order. Okay, if you have the 4 variables in the function, 4 arguments in the function, you can write the order of that variables in any order for the keyword arguments. Either we can write the last argument in the first, or last argument in the third, or first argument in the last, or first argument in the second. Okay, we can change the order of the arguments based on our requirement. Okay, that we will call it as the keyword arguments. Okay, and next is default arguments. Okay, this is for whenever we have the multiple arguments in a function, but I want to pass the values for only some arguments in that function. That is, say for example, if the function has 4 arguments, okay, but I require only 3 values, but that is, I want to pass only 3 values to the function. I don't know the 4th value. Okay, 4 values ఉన్నాయి, బట్ నాకు ఎట్ ప్రెసెంట్ ఫంక్షన్ కాల్ చేసేటప్పటికి నాకు 3 వాల్యూసే తెలుసు, నాకు 4th వాల్యూ నాకు తెలియదు. Okay, then I can use the default arguments. Okay, if there is that type of a situation, if you want to handle with your function, then you can specify the default values for the some arguments in the function. Okay, so that those arguments values can be leave it as optional in the while calling the function. Okay, say for example, within the function I have 2 variables, and for the B variable I can write the equal to 0. Okay, now I can use this function as with the sum of one value, like sum of 10. Okay, the 10 is assigned to the A variable and we are not passing the B variable value, so it takes the B variable value as 0. So it adds a 10 plus 0. Okay, so whenever you are leaving that second variable as a optional, okay, then it takes the default value of the variable. If you use both the variables values, then it takes those variables those values. If it is 5,6, then A is the 5, B is the 6. Okay, then it doesn't consider the default value. Whenever you are leaving that value, or whenever you are missing the value, okay, then only it takes a default value, so that you can use the function with the 1 argument or with the 2 arguments. Okay, you can also give the A also with the some default value, then you can miss the A value also. Okay, you can give the A equals to 0, then you can call some only 2 brackets without any values. Okay, then it gives us 0. Okay, so those we will call them as default arguments. Okay, and next 4th one is variable length arguments. Okay, this is especially for whenever we are specifying a function, but we don't want to specify the the number of arguments. That is, we don't want to restrict the function to the number of arguments. Okay, that is, I want to send the values to the function is based on the user requirement. User can send the 1 value, 2 values, or 10 values, or 20 values, whatever it is. Okay, I don't want to restrict the function to the specific number of arguments. Then I can use the variable length arguments. Okay, for this, just we will give the within the function definition, we will give the 3 dots. Just okay, it considers as variable length argument. 3 dots and iste argument ki number of values restrict above. Okay, say if you are required the one argument is compulsory, you can give the one variable comma 3 dots. That is, one value is compulsory for the function, and more than one you can pass any number of values. It doesn't restrict your function to be for the limited number of values. Okay, you can find the 2 number sum, you can find the 10 number sum, you can find the 100 number sum. You can do anything. You can pass the any number of values to the function. Okay, that we will call it as the variable length arguments. Okay, so I will see one by one these. First, we will see the positional arguments. Put this first note down these 4 types of arguments. Types of arguments and petkondi. Note down these 4 types first. Just a 4 types note cheskondi. So one by one arguments మనం with example చేస్తాము. అప్పుడు example plus definition note చేసుకుందరు గాని. Is all of you noted it?
Yes, ma'am.
Now put the side heading as positional arguments. Okay, note down. The positional arguments are the default standard arguments that are generally used in the functions. Are standard arguments that are generally used in the functions. That are generally used in the functions. In positional arguments, the values of actual arguments are copied to the formal parameters based on the position of the argument in the function. Based on the position of the argument in the function. The order of values while calling the function the order of values while calling the function must be same as in the function. Must be same as in the function. Okay, sorry students, due to the network internet connection, it's disconnected. Okay. Now I will continue again. I think all of you noted it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Now note down the example. Okay, we'll note down the example. We'll do the one example and note down that example. Okay. New file. Okay. Now we'll do the example. Write a program to find the sum of three numbers using functions. చేసేసేయండి. def sum of a comma b comma c, a plus b plus c. Just I'm doing a small program, sum of three numbers. Okay. Now I will take the input values, or we'll directly call the function s equals to sum of 10 comma 20 comma 30. Now display the value, print s variable. Okay, this is the example for our positional arguments. Once all of you note down this example for the positional arguments. Positional arguments की example note చేసుకోండి. Okay, the same example will convert into the keyword arguments also. Okay, this is completed.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Is all of you noted that?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, note down for the keyword arguments. Okay, with this we will stop the today's class. Keyword arguments, put the side heading as keyword arguments. These arguments are used with the names of arguments. Used with the names of arguments. Names of arguments while calling the function. So the order of arguments is not compulsory. So the order of arguments is not compulsory. Okay, note down this example. Grocery example ఇదే నోట్ చేసుకోండి. Grocery of item comma price and display those two values, and you can call the function with the one time item and price. Okay, another time the price is first and next is item. Okay, students, if you left from the class,
Madam review, ma'am.
program note చేసుకున్నారా?
మినిట్ మ్యామ్.
No, ma'am.
నో మ్యామ్.
ఒక్కసారి ఈ ప్రోగ్రామ్ నోట్ చేసుకోండి, వెళ్ళిపోతాం.
No, ma'am.
Okay, if you are completed, inform me. Is this over?
Yes, ma'am.
మ్యామ్.
You can leave from the class.